Hello, I'm Tara, and welcome back to Courageously Living, or welcome for the first time. Today, I was prompted actually by my spirit guides to talk to you about shape-shifting and a message that they had from AutoWriting. So I do AutoWriting pretty much every morning for myself, usually, and that is where you just kind of let your pen, or you can do it on the keyboard, but I find it's easier to do it with a pen, kind of let thoughts flow to you. You're not worried about spelling, you're not worried about grammar, you're not worried about anything, and you just, whatever comes, you just write down. And it's very helpful to kind of get a different perspective, to see other things that are coming in to your world, to your stuff. And sometimes it's really mundane, like, hey, we kind of want you to do this today. And when I don't do that, I struggle with other stuff. And when I do what they're saying, like for like courageously living, then it flows better. Oops, I got the microphone in the shot a little bit. So I don't usually do what I've done for automatic writing because it's just usually for me. But today I did this for 3-5, and you can tell as I read this how I start, because I always start with my own voice, my own stuff, and so you'll see the progression of me and my thoughts versus how they're having stuff, because there is some words in this specific one that I'm like, I don't even use these words in my daily life. But they really wanted to talk about shape-shifting. And shape-shifting has been around for centuries. Shamans have used it in multiple cultures, religious ceremonies, all of that. So I'm going to read this to you, and then we'll kind of break it down, and I'll show you some of the examples that they are talking about. And I think this video is one of these videos that they really want me to get up today, but it's actually going to help you in the future, and I don't know when that future is. I'm going to guess that when it's time, there's going to be a bunch of people that find this video. So let's start here. And so this is the automatic writing. Again, I start at the top, and as it gets more and more not proper English, that you could tell that there's definitely kind of that it's much more on the auto writing side than in the logical human side. Okay, shape-shifting. Shamans from all over the world are able to do some form of shape-shifting in both the spiritual plane and the physical plane. In the physical world, it tended to be more of an illusion of changing shape. Along the way, a few shamans liked the power and fear it created, so they began to use it outside of warding off evil. As that happened over the centuries, they lost more and more ability to shapeshift, but the thirst for it remained and still remains today. Now technology empower plastic surgery to permanently allow someone to shapeshift or to become something or someone else entirely. Those that do are completely disconnected from their own essence, and in some cases abandon their reasoning altogether. Two extreme examples of this is the Barbie lady and the dog man. As technology improves, we may see more and more of this, to the point where we question who is real and who isn't. This is where strengthening your discernment, intuition, and perception becomes vital. There will be stories you won't want to believe or think they are impossible, yet they are true. When you check in with your own intentions, your own intuition, see, it's also hard to read writing, the pieces will start to fit together for you in ways that were previously hidden. If you do pendulum checks or dowsing rods or tarot or however you check in, you will be doing more until your own perception of reality of what's possible, what has happened, and what will happen begins to shift, broadening your intuitive knowledge. Auto writing like this can also help you understand what is happening. You will get through time, and your old ways of willfulness, cloudiness, and fog are over. We are aware you may need to mourn the ending of the old, unaware life. That's okay. Acknowledge your loss, but as this door is open for you, your senses will be heightened, and you will be in a better place spiritually. That is all. At this time, we send you love and light. Okay, let's talk about this. That's pretty heavy, and it is already starting to push boundaries. So depending on when you hit this video, boundaries in our reality may have been pushed and maybe not yet. I know quite a while ago, and that's probably why they gave me the reference points, and I will put up the pictures on here when I do my editing, but there is a woman who has spent, I don't even know how much money she has spent to change her physical appearance to look like Barbie at the extreme. And so, well, I'll find that picture of her. And then there is a gentleman in Japan who has spent millions to look like a dog. Also, I will find that picture for you. But if they're doing that for their own purpose, whatever that purpose is, it's unfortunately not that far of a leap that someone or an entity, a group of people could do that in a nefarious way for something that is shown to the public. Now, I don't know exactly what's coming up. I have a suspicion that I'm going to keep to myself right now. But this is giving you a thought kind of processing a little bit for when stuff breaks. Because regardless if what I suspect is right or not, we're gonna see some of this stuff taking place. I mean, they've already talked about cloning humans. They've cloned, I think, a sheep and a pig. So the technology is there. The potential is there. And unless you're following all of that, that totally comes out of realm of what's possible. It's another good thing to do your 6 impossible things. So if we do 6 impossible things right now, I believe in human clones. I believe in creating somebody who is a duplicate for nefarious things. I believe that voices can be altered. I believe that mannerisms can be copied. I believe that people don't always have the best of humanity. I believe that this is going to be earth-shattering. By doing that simple exercise of believing in 6 impossible things, it throws things so far out there that as the more you do it, you tend to go, oh, well, maybe that is possible. Maybe there is something going on. If you can hear, we just had like 8 inches of snow the day I'm recording this. And so the plow truck is coming down my street. This isn't meant to scare you. This is meant to either prepare you for something that is potentially coming up, or it is to give you some reassurance if something already has happened and you're completely blown away. Now, it could come in many, many forms, and it could come in, something that's fairly small or something that impacts us as an entire world. And so making sure what they mentioned is your own discernment, your own intuition, and your own perception. Those are going to be 3 really, really important things for you. Make sure you are checking your sources that you're getting the information from. Check in with yourself. What does it feel like to you? Does it feel true to you? Does it feel so impossible that you're like, oh, that can't possibly be true? And then 6 hours later, a day later, you're like, I don't want to admit this, but it kind of seems true. And then your perception of what we thought of as reality and what is changing and shifting and being on quicksand, that we don't have a solid ground. The ground under us is moving and changing. Again, we're going to get through this. We're going to take it day by day, step by step. Allow all of your emotions to come up. It's going to be a really, really good time to journal, a really, really good time to be in water. So if that's a bath, a shower, if you have access to a pool, although I guess I could kind of play in the snow, that's water. Be really, really gentle on yourself. This is dimension shifting possibilities that we are going to be coming up against. And the more that you can ground and center, the easier time it is that you are going to get through this. The other thing that you could do is read some, and I'm going to put mythology in quotes, on shapeshifting, because there's so many cultures, so many fables, so many myths that all over the world talk about something shapeshifting. So the more that you can get some background knowledge might be helpful for you during this time too. And please, please stay connected to community, whether it's with me, whether it's with somebody else on YouTube that you trust, whether it's people in person. It's really going to be important to find community and find that safe space to ask questions, to throw things out and saying, what do you think of this? What do you think? And with that, though, you have to come back to yourself and know what is true for you. We are going to go through mind-bending times right now. I do believe that. I don't necessarily know exactly what is coming up from this specific auto writing, but I 100% believe we are rapidly approaching mind-bending times. Realities and perceptions are going to be dismantled. And with that, there is always death and rebirth cycle. When things die, there is a new rebirth. When there is an ending, there is a new beginning. So as you're trying to get through this time, as you're trying to make all the pieces fit together, understand this is part of a cycle. And actually, this is part of a cycle, part of a cycle, part of a cycle, part of a cycle. So we are doing multiple endings of cycles, multiple new beginnings of cycles worldwide that we've never encountered before. And we are going to get through this. It's going to potentially be hard. It's going to be potentially ugly. And after death, there's the rebirth. After the cycle ends, there's the new beginning. Keep connected to that cycle phase so that you know this isn't going to last forever. With that, I send you so much love, so much support. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Give yourself a huge self-hug. These are really the times of upheaval that we've probably ever seen in our lives. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your loved ones, your friends, your pets, because emotions can run really high. Focus on being gentle. I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for you guys.